Have anything.
No.
Yep.
Weird. Hello.
Oh, hello.
Making
Sorry, the cat was
introduction.
talking. I was goofing.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good, cat. So hello and welcome everyone to our first adventure. I don't do the cackling; it goes my wife. So,
I made a chair
um,
purple.
yeah, I noticed that. Ollie, thank you.
I just want to say it's already live.
Yes, I know. So, welcome to our first adventure. Hopefully, we will keep this going for a long, long time. At least that is the hopes. So we are playing in a custom homebrew setting that I have come up with, in hopes to help me refine it for potential publishing and/or doing something with it at some point later down the road. So I welcome you all and thank you for being guinea pigs. I know that aside from Kat, most everybody else here has never played D&D before, so this will definitely be a learning experience for all. So. I am the host GM of the table, known as Beard. And we will start with the green chair. Introduce yourself, and let's work our way around the table to red.
You're the green chair.
Oh, sorry. I just finished my backstory.
No one was aware I've been coloring chairs.
Oh. What do you want me to do?
Say hello to YouTube.
Oh, hello.
And he said introduce yourself. I don't know if he means to introduce your character or only you as person.
Yourself and your character a little bit.
Claire. It's me, it's Cat here. I played a lot of D&D, usually as a DM, though. Yeah. What else do I know? Feels weird.
I hope you caught that tech because she was cutting it
Nope.
out my
Yeah, she was completely cutting out. Basically, I understood her, but I will say it for the stream. She's playing a lot of D&D, basically as this guy who's with Beard currently, the Dungeon Master. Called like that? Yes, I think.
Yep.
She's a monk. Here you see her. Yeah, a monk 1, pirate, cat, white elf, blah blah blah. Poor as fuck.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wow.
And there's the bus. All right.
Yeah, so I think, yeah, I'm back. I never played D&D, so that's my
No
first time.
M&M's for
Hey, wait, who changed my character name on the sheet? Normally it's called Franz Flammenwerfer. Basically, I'm a... No, I...
Tech broke his cheat.
Hang on, I'll come fix it after I give Cat more gold because now I feel even worse.
Oh my god. You don't have to.
So, no, I fixed it. I have something from a necromancer race. It's a fire wizard. Who the fuck tapped in my section here?
Tech, stop touching your
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
That wasn't me. I wasn't at my keyboard.
I was looking at Cat's cards. I don't know why you're trying to say Polly.
Zombie life debt.
I was
Yeah.
attempting to steal
My guy.
the
I don't have. A,
gold.
yeah, now it's okay. I don't really have a background story. Because
Tech has a card in his hand now too.
Because I was like brain AFK the last 2 days. Oh, Polly, use yourself.
Why? You just introduced me, said my name.
Your character. Yeah, by the way,
I'm
that's
the
Polly. No one
changeling.
likes Polly. Polly is always nice man. Everybody wants to
You know
bone
what?
Polly.
This is mine now for equity of being insulted.
All right,
Oh my
good.
God.
Hey, wait a second. Wait just a daggone minute here.
Which I can't take my money back.
Mine now.
Are you serious?
My fee for being insulted if anyone else wants to insult me.
That's the
Polly, give it
reason why I
back.
normally. I have no clue how I
I
get
can't do anything if he keeps touching.
Alright, start it, you two. Polly, introduce yourself. I will fix it.
I'm about to fix it. I just fixed it. Are you really individually taking them?
You need another 40.
Alright, this is Polly. Polly is Edward O'Neill. Fighter, changeling, spy, Polly. Ryan, introduce yourself.
I'm
And-
Rykon. I play a wolf guy who's huge. He is called Walter. He is a paladin,
Close.
and that's all I'm gonna really need to say at the moment.
He's called Walter.
Thank you, Reckon, for being on
Everyone there.
task.
Did you expect me to be on task?
Do I get an inspiration point?
No. And
Yeah.
Polly, that's
by
fair.
the way, Mike and Reckon and me are the same race. Or
No,
us- or out
with-
of the
no,
same
we're
No,
from
country.
the
you're
same
We are out
You're
of
place.
from
the
the
same
same
country.
place.
Sorry. He's a
Yeah.
German
Stop.
wolf. He's a German shepherd, and I'm his master.
Oh no! Ollie,
Ouch.
stop! Go back to your area.
Oh fuck! I did something again.
So when we're doing our background stuff, do you want us to tell you the whole background, or are we just giving like a general idea
If
and then
if you want to send me the full background, and then on the character tracker doc that we made, if you want to post what parts of your backstory you want to post in there, you can.
I will do that when mine is done.
So, now it is time for a brief introduction. I'm going to throw on some non-royalty free copyright music in the background. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear it, but it's playing on the big tablet on the wall.
Big
I
tablet.
believe it's called a television.
It'll flip and
I
blur.
think that's called. Yeah, Polly.
Is that
Alright.
copyrighted as well?
Well, if it'll work.
Just use the music player and go for the thing.
Oh, I need to turn it down. Ow.
Yeah, stop playing for me.
Yeah, it's not working. Is somebody in it? Because that would be the cause.
Can't even really look at it.
Okay, why isn't it working?
For me, it's working. I have more music, but it's way too loud.
faintly hear it?
Did you eventually press this line when you wanted to open it?
Well, it's just not working for me at all now.
Just do it on your little tablet instead of on the TV.
I mean, because Deck's playing it in there for the recording, so that works.
Okay, is it working now for you?
No.
You turned your music somehow down?
No, Tech, it's not playing as in there's nothing happening on the screen. It is at 000.
And it's just not working in general. Hey.
Playing now on my tablet?
So many pop-ups. Okay, let's tag.
So I opened it on my tablet now. By the way,
Not my
YouTube, if you
tablet.
give me the next strike, I will fucking eat you. It really says no copyright.
Yeah, my tablet is not working at all.
The rest hearing the music over my tablet?
Nope, not hearing anything. All right, well, I'll just have to continue on in silence, I guess. So, not a big deal. I mean, as long as you can hear it playing on your stack, or anybody else who wants to hear it. I don't know why there's an issue with it all of a sudden. It was working just fine earlier, but note to self: cut this part out of the video later. Anyway, so where to begin the story? Oof. Oh, there's so many areas that this story could begin, but however, I'm sure many people look to the skies and wonder, if there's any other worlds or planets or realms beyond the stars, beyond the Earth that we know. And, well, we will adventure to one of these said stars, to a world where there is life. On this world, surrounded by 2 moons and a ring, sits a continent in an odd shape, but a continent nonetheless. Continent that the inhabitants called Deimos. On this continent of Deimos sits a variety of kingdoms and realms, as well as races of many kinds. Our story will take us specifically to a realm known as Adventoria, where the people there for the last 100 years have earned their freedom and have had a fickle peace in the process. Now, as time has gone by and they have earned their freedom and rebuilt their city-states, tensions have begun to grow with an old enemy, as well as rumors have been sprouted of a much mightier force that has been thought secluded for the last 100 years, but are rumored to be sending out envoys and scouts of the shadowy kind to gather information from their once allies and neighbors. However, we're not going to just look at Adventoria, we're going to a very specific place in Adventoria for this adventure. A city known as Stonehall. A once dwarven city back in the age of dwarves when they used to roam the lands of Deimos and beyond, but now are no longer seen in our world due to an unfortunate plague that struck out and unfortunately took the last dwarven life over 100 years ago, leaving the world dwarfless. The once great city of Stonehall, you could say it is still great to this day, is an interesting and unique city-state among the city-states of Adventoria. It acts as a mountain passage between Adventoria and a region known as the Fjord Lands, where a race of cat folk reign over in 9 clans that rule the lands and act as what many of us would refer to as Vikings in our world, raiding for supplies due to the fact that their lands spend much of its time in winter, not allowing them to farm or be self-sufficient, forcing them out on these raids to do such things. In fact, the people of the Fjordlands were key in allowing the Adventorians to gain their freedom from the Dreadlords of Scarthia. Now, our adventure begins in Stonehall, where... who are we going to pick on first? I think we said Polly's going to go first, right?
Yes, because he found the buzzer.
Okay. So Polly, or should I say Edward O'Neill. Edward O'Neill is an interesting person. Coming from the lands of Cyphoria, which are to the southeast of the main continent. A interesting place, as the people of Cyphoria call themselves a consortium of sorts, due to the mixture of science and science and magic, where they create massive inventions and ride around in airships. However, they keep their technological and magical secrets to themselves, but do welcome outsiders to become part of their nation. Having spent his entire life there, Edward O'Neill has decided to strike out. Having ridden on an airship out of Cyphoria, he made the long journey to the Fjordlands, where he has joined a caravan to Stonehall. It has been a very long and rough journey, though, as the Fjordlands have just come out of a very long and harsh 3-year winter. So, still traipsing through snow and slow travel in a very frigid landscape, Edward O'Neill has been taking a long journey. However, in the distance, he can see the massive mountain valley that the Stonehall city gates lie in, as he comes across the very fjord-line architecture of a wooden wall. Upon entering the wall, hang on. Upon coming up to the gate, many of the fjord lines do look at Edward O'Neill with a suspicion in their eye, as it's not very common for someone who looks human to be coming through their part of the wall. What would you like to do first, Polly? You are sitting right outside the gates. Do you want to continue into the city?
Yes, I want to go further inside. And I'm
Okay.
going to replace Tech's healer's kit that I stole thinking it was an AFK card.
What's with my healer's kit?
Because it was in your hand and I thought it was an AFK flip card. Because I was reading mail.
Yeah.
So, Edward O'Neill, you step through the rugged wooden gates of the southern entrance of Stonehall. And walking through, you can see in front of you an array of, well, naturally unorganized, at least from your standards, coming from Syphoria, with a street pattern that really doesn't make much sense. It's a rugged dirt road that leads up to what you can see, roughly, I think it was, Rai can help me out here.
Oh god, I can't remember the dimensions.
Somebody broke.
We were looking at.
Did you not write it down?
I did. I had to find the card. No, that's not the right one. Oh, it's about 300 feet down the road. You can see the opening in the mountain, which is this ornate dwarven statue carving on either side of the doorway, or I guess the mountain gap that leads into the central area of Stonehall. The Dwarven district, more or less, or I guess the main hall, as they call it in Stonehall. But this main dirt road down has just these random offshooting roads, and as you move through the streets, you can see that these streets seem to be organized in a particular way. But I mean, you're used to the city streets of Syphoria, where it's very clearly labeled and very organized and very just clear cut what everything is. Whereas here, it doesn't really seem to make sense, but everyone seems to know where they're going as they move around, which I guess would be a natural thing, being as these people were, of course, citizens of the city-state. What has brought you to Stonehall, Edward O'Neill?
Well, right now, I'm... Come fix my sword while I do this. Because someone turned it to a WW and I don't remember what went here.
What?
Someone was writing a URL and then it broke and I don't remember what the numbers were.
This Sunday, next.
I don't know why your longsword's written on there again. It shouldn't be.
Well, it was a WW, so I started writing. Like it literally, like it looked like Tech started writing an address, didn't realize he clicked it, or someone else.
That's bizarre. Yeah, longsword shouldn't have been there again. Your longsword's right up there already.
This is my first time.
Yeah, I'm not sure what was going on there. You got your crossbow.
And Edward has gone to Stonehall to seek redemption.
Do what?
Seeking redemption.
Seeking redemption. Ooh, seeking redemption from what, Edward O'Neill?
For a terrible crime committed in the home.
Ooh. So, are you seeking redemption or are you seeking a place to hide?
A little bit of both. Redemption for the home.
Fair enough. Now, being a man of your particular trade, you do have a contact that you reached out to, I'm presuming, before heading to Stonehall, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
I've seeked out a spies.
Well, you reached out to your fellow spy network, and you got a response, but you didn't get a response that you were expecting to get. You got reference to find a particular man who is not normally a spy, because the man's name is... Crap, I forgot to load this first. His name isn't important, though. But the way his name is indicates to you that he's not a spy. He is a man of a very different profession. However, you weren't really given clear directions as where to find the man in Stonehall. So, what I would like for you to do is grab your d20, and I would like for you to make an insight check. So you'll roll your d20, and you will add your insight skill number from your character sheet to that
I
dice
missed
roll.
the tower. 14. Where the hell is +2? Oh my god. Okay,
It
shit
gives
out of me, dog.
you a 16,
16.
yes? Alright, that will do it. Based on your knowledge of the people of Adventoria and the name that you've been given, you're pretty sure that this guy is a wizard of some kind. So, with your spyly craft, your initial thought is the best way to locate this man is by going to the local wizards, which then every city-state in Adventoria has a magic school. So what would you like to do?
Guess I'm gonna go find a wizard. So I start by finding the location of the wizard.
I just want to point out something real quick. Beard in the upper bar, there's a music player. When you click that,
Yes, there is.
and you can play the music over that for.
Yeah, but it's only preset music in the
No.
game.
No, you can press on unknown title and then you can give an URL.
So before and it didn't work. But let me try it again, I guess.
Also, I sent you my backgrounds.
Yeah, it says unsupported file format when I do that.
Yeah, it's not too
Oh.
important.
I like your wolf, man.
Okay. So I'm assuming Riken's poor dead wolfman. Oh, well, he's alive again. Alright. So I'm assuming that you want to ask around?
Yes, I want to find the most wizard-looking person and ask.
Well, are you going to stay in this southern part of the city, or are you going to move into the mountain part of the city?
I'm gonna stay in the south. And
Okay. You roam around for a little while, but unfortunately, you don't really find anyone who says, by the looks of them, says wizard. I mean, most of these people that you're finding are, of course, are all naturally cat people, or this cat race, and they're... Why is this bag here? They're all, they either appear to be merchants or warriors of some kind. You don't really see anyone that to you says magic user. So, do you want to just ask someone randomly, or do you want to head deeper into the city?
In this case, I would head further into the city.
Okay. So you move into the main hall of Stonehall. You move out of the southern district where these cat folk live, and you've moved into the mountain, or walked into the mountain. And before you is a sprawling dwarven cityscape with a design that makes absolutely no sense. It is circular in nature, however, there's no clear-cut reason for the roads to be the way that they are to navigate the city. Many are just random curves that go for a couple feet and then suddenly end, while as others go completely full circle, and some don't. Some are half moon, some are not. It's just a very bizarre way of going about things. However, I would like for you to tell me what your passive perception is from your character sheet, Polly.
Stop clicking on. Where is it?
Bottom left below your stats.
14.
One of the major things you do notice is a tower-like structure that does look slightly out of place next to the dwarven architecture. And from it, you get, even by just looking at it, you get a sense that this is a magical building of some sort. What would you like to do? Continue to look for somebody, or do you want to do something else?
I would look for the entrance to enter into the building.
I want to look for the entrance to that tower building, then, yes?
Yes.
So after a little bit of time trying to navigate these bizarre streets of the main hall, you eventually come across a street that seems to be leading you to the tower. Walking down that street, you begin to feel a little funny. Funny in the way that you don't feel like you're retaining your shape. And before you realize it, you're surrounded. What do you want to do?
What am I surrounded by?
You can't really tell. It's like your vision is fuzzy, but you don't feel fuzzy.
Would draw a sword and take stock of the situation.
You see one of the figures put a hand up, and he goes, "Whoa, friend! No need for that. We just had to take a precaution. It's been a moment since we've had someone of your talents come close to our tower, or to the city of Stonehall for that matter. Is there something we can help you with?"
I am looking for insert name.
Cason Fairweather.
That guy.
There's a bit of murmur behind you, as if like, not Cason Fairweather type gasp, and people murmuring as if this name is a cursed name or a name of taboo almost. And finally, the same man or figure, I guess, you assume it's a man, raises his hand again, and the group surrounding you comes to a silence. And he says, "I not know the location of Mr. Fairweather, as he's no longer part of our institution. However, I can lead you to a man who can. You'll have to head out to the southern district, the Fjordline district, and you'll be looking for a fjord line, a large and stalwart one, by the name of Bjorn Ironleg. You will probably likely find him down one of the streets with a merchant caravan, as the rumor mill is stating that Kazon has been collecting exotic creatures that are being sold there illegally. So you may want to head back that direction and see what you can find. That is unfortunately all the information I have. I wish you good tidings and good luck, but I do want to give you a word of warning. Do not be overly trusting of that man. And they all disappear, and your vision returns to normal.
Huh. Well, I am going south with very mixed feelings as to what I'm going to possibly find. Because I am an exotic animal.
So I'm assuming you're kind of making more of a beeline type direction, more or less back the way you came, essentially, correct?
Begrudgingly back.
Yes, I imagine that, since that's the way you came. So, you're looking up and down the streets, and you finally come across one that appears to have like a market type caravan. It's more or less caravan and more just like makeshift, like pop-up market, more or less. Like there's nothing really normally on that part of the street, but you can tell like these tents and stalls have been kind of ramshackly put together real quick. As you begin to walk down that street, you notice that there's a bit of what? Kajine's still here, Myers, yes. Oh no! Yeah, you disconnected. That's weird.
Who disconnected?
Cat disconnected randomly.
Going bear.
So, as you begin to walk down this street, you begin to see a little bit in the distance what seems to be a commotion of a really displeased merchant. And at this merchant's stall, I want you to roll me, if you so choose, I want you to roll a perception check to see if you can get a better look at what's going on.
I'm gonna. Where is my red? Nope, that's not. Oh wait, is that the one I wanted? The 20, right?
Yeah, you want to try.
Go. No.
I'm gonna grab some water real quick.
I got a 17.
And add your perception from your character sheet. It's a wisdom skill.
3. Apparently.
No, you in a row. Your perception.
That's deception. Why? It's a 4.
So add that to your dice roll.
Why do they have a deception and that's a 21?
So you can clearly see that at this stall that you are ever moving closer to, slowly but surely, you're getting closer to it by the second, there is a large commotion, and there is a fairly large catman, Fjordline, standing at this stall, speaking calmly to the merchant. But this merchant isn't having it. However, just behind the merchant, as you can see the merchant is beginning to turn around, is barking orders at these rather rough, gruff-looking gentlemen who seem to be trying to keep something in a cage, but are doing a really shit job of it. As you are about on the situation, the cage explodes, and shrapnel begins to fly everywhere. Roll a d20, and I want you to add your dexterity modifier to it.
Go in the tower. So we said the modifier is the big one, right?
Yeah, the modifier is going to be in the big box, yes.
112.
You are hit squarely in the chest by a piece of cage. You will take...
I pass that wound while you wait for Trench.
You will take 2 points of damage, Polly.
And Polly's out.
And you are promptly thrown back into another nearby stall, and that is where we will leave you and go on to Cat.
Still stronger than Tech. That's all that mattered.
Okay, so Cat, you are a wild elf, but you are not just any ordinary wild elf. Because in the lands of Adventoria, unfortunately, the wild elves are currently cut off from the rest of the continent for the most part. Aside from rumors of secret passageways and ways they have found to circumnavigate or cut through Romancia and get to the other side, because of Romancia's seclusion to the rest of Adventoria by closing their borders entirely and destroying almost every bridge to the inside of their realm. However, that was something that because I have not read you haven't finished your backstory quite yet, and sent it to me. I'm not sure. I leave that up to you whether if you want to share that information, whether you've left recently or if you've left prior to all of that happening.
I left recently, within the last 20 years, which is not very long, but this is due to me becoming a pirate at one point in my life. And my name has become to be known quite broadly across Adventoria for piracy and raiding.
That it has. However, Adventoria being a open arms place that it is, you somehow are still welcome, even though people know and fear you. Now, with you, having been out raiding as a pirate recently, what has caused you to finally dock and head to Stonehall?
After a long voyage of raiding and taking on other pirate factions, I've decided to take a few weeks to myself and relax in the town for a while while I resupply.
Okay. So your the ship that you are part of a crew as was actually welcomed in the Fjordlands and is currently docked at the bay, which is known as the Eye of Odin. So you have recently traveled. Are you just now arriving at Stonehall, or have you been in Stonehall for a while? I'll ask you that.
I've been there for one night. I arrived at night and went right to bed. Now it is daytime. It was my first day there.
So you have gotten up for your day and deciding to head out to town. So you did have to, unfortunately, because the Fjordline side of the city does not have inns due to their clan-based nature. They don't have really like a traveler's stop in their district. So you had to travel through the night through the expansive city to the northern district, the Adventorian side, to find an inn.
Mm-hmm.
But now that you've woken up, what part of the city do you want to go and discover?
Am I aware of what part of the city has bars?
That would be the side of the city that you're on currently.
All right, I go bar hunting.
Bar hunting or bar hopping?
Well, I don't know where the bars are yet.
Well,
Difference?
the bars are the taverns and inns.
Okay, well, but my character doesn't know how many there are, so I can't hop them yet.
Well,
I'll find a
then-
bar.
well, you head out of your room at the inn and go downstairs.
My
And
personality traits are gone.
what?
There's just a whole bunch of the letter A. So I deleted that.
I'll fix it later, or I'll reload it the next time we play to fix it. I'm not sure why they're gone.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. So, at the downstairs of your inn happens to be like a pub, bar, tavern type thing. So unless you want to continue outside to look for a different one, you are welcome to order something there.
I will take a seat at whatever table is at the bar and take a look around me and see if I can find a bar wench to get me some mead.
Yep. There's actually one waitress there already, and she comes right over, takes your order, and comes back shortly thereafter because there's not too many people at this particular tavern inn at this point in time in the morning. She comes back and she says, "That will be 1 gold, please."
That's an expensive.
How do I? It's just one.
So if you just click on it, and you can just pull one right off,
Oh,
like so.
I can't. So other people were doing it.
Yeah.
All right. I drink
So-
my mead and stand up with the drink and start swaggering around the inn looking for conversation and various oh god, why can't I remember the word? Gossip. There we go.
Well, unfortunately, there aren't too many people in this tavern. However, I would like you to roll me a perception check, since you are actively looking for someone to go yell at. I mean, talk to. I mean, yell at.
Someone put the beer mug in front of my dice. Ollie, I hate you. Can't get a dice out of it.
There you go. There's one.
I just hit R.
Yeah, you can hit R to roll it, or you can put it in the tower. Up to you.
17.
Wait, what did you roll?
Was
That's
I got
sitting
a
on an angle.
17. It
Yeah,
says
okay.
17.
Okay. Yeah, it's sitting in a really weird, crook in the table. That's random.
And
But yeah, I'll take it as a 17. Your perception is under your wisdom skills.
So that's my passive.
So if you look at your wisdom,
Oh, 4?
yep. So what, 21?
Okay. Yeah, Jesus.
You guys have to all the perception today. So you're looking around the inn, and there's really no one else there. But then, almost randomly, it's like this guy just kind of appears in the corner, and he's nursing a flagon of something. You don't quite know because you're not sitting there looking at his drink; you're looking at him. But it's like you're looking at him, but you're not. It's like he's there, but he's not there at the same time. If that makes sense. So, what would you like to do?
I will approach him with a piratey swagger and ask if he's bedded any wenches lately?
Sorry, I had to take a second to laugh at that.
I'm a pirate. A chaotic good pirate.
Even my wife is that. Okay. So, you walk over to this shady there but not there individual, and in a in a way, it's like he comes almost completely into sight in a way, and is visibly like stunned by you asking him this question. You can't see his face because he has a hood on and he's looking down, but like he's kind of like, he was kind of like fiddling with the cup, and he just kind of like stops fiddling with the cup and he sits there for a moment, and you can tell that he, just by the physical actions, that he's clearly thinking about how to respond to this question. And then it goes back to fiddling with the cup, and without looking up so you can see his face, he continues to sit there, and he says, well, for a notable character like yourself, I mean, have you bedded any wenches lately?
I'll smack him on the shoulder in a friendly way and say, do fish live underwater?
He actually chuckles at that, and then says, ow, that hurt.
Must
What-
be a little bitch then.
He makes a puzzling action, like, hey, that's not a fair comment. But he said, again, without really looking up at you to make eye contact with you, but in a weird way, it's almost like he is looking at you. Based on his like physical mannerisms, it's like he is looking at you. States, so what brings you to our fine city?
Well, I've done a lot of pirating, a lot of looting, a lot of badassery. Thought I deserved a break.
Fair, that's very fair. I mean, for such skill and badassery, I mean, what would you say to some work while you're in town?
Sure, why not? Truth be told, I came here because the ship ran out of alcohol.
Whose gold is
Oh, it's just me fucking with the gold. Sorry.
I just keep hearing it.
I mean, that's fair. Well, if you're interested, I have a friend, companion, or maybe even a partner, you could say, who's currently out running an errand, and he might need some assistance. So, at your earliest convenience, go ahead and I'm assuming, based on your sailorly nature, that you probably came in through the southern gate. So if you head back out to the Fjord Line district, you'll come across a market down one of the streets. My friend there, his name is Bjorn. He's a Fjord Line. You'll find him somewhere down on the market, trying to haggle for something, because the merchant has decided to change the deal. So, if you don't mind, and I will make sure that you get paid well for this job.
Why, of course. Anything for a little gold. And then I will put another gold piece down on the bar and order him a drink.
Do you, because the bar, you have to turn your back to him to order from the bar. So are you going up to the bar, or are you trying to like call over the maid wench?
I'll just wave.
So the bar wench comes over, and she looks at you, and I'm assuming that you've stated that you want to buy this man a beer or something, right?
Mhm.
She looks at you and says, "What man?"
Him, you dumb bitch.
You turn and he's gone.
Yes,
But
I'm a
it's-
dumb bitch.
But his cup is there.
Is there any alcohol in it?
No, the cup is empty.
Damn. All right. I spend the gold on buying myself a drink.
Fair enough.
And after I finish that, I will go down into the town, southern part.
So you're moving along, and similar to how I described it to Polly, you're moving down these dirt roads, and this, very easiest visual descriptor would be Viking side of town.
Mhm.
And you're looking for this so-called market area that the strange hooded disappearing man referred to. You eventually come across it. So that way we can describe the order of events here. Polly and Kat, I would like both of you to roll a d20 for me.
$14.
Polly, what'd you get? Polly.
Ollie.
Polly.
I think Polly's safe.
He probably thought he was done.
I guess I'm going to roll for Polly.
I would say his character's unconscious.
Polly also gets a 14, so roll again.
Okay. 5.
Polly got a 10. So
Wow.
we will go then that Polly arrived first of the two of you. So as you're going down and see this market street, you see, which isn't too unusual for you to see humans in Adventoria, but you're seeing a human in the fjord line part of town walking down the same market road that you're about to go down, and he's just ahead of you. Now, what is your passive perception, Kat?
14.
Okay.
I think his is as well.
Yeah, his was as well. So you can see, this guy who's walking down this street, and you can see just ahead of him, there does seem to be some kind of commotion. And standing at this area of commotion is a fjord line gentleman who is, you can see clearly, almost stone-faced and calmly speaking to the merchant. As you walk closer, you see that there's something going on behind the merchant as he turns to try to bark orders at these guys that are trying to contain something in a cage.
Mm-hmm.
And just as you begin to get close enough, do you want to? Oh no, she disconnected again.
Damn it. You can keep going. Second.
So, I like up. So, do you want to actively look at the situation, or do you want to just keep walking?
I'll observe the situation.
Okay. I will go ahead and roll the d20 for you, if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
And you got a 4.
But what was I rolling for?
Perception to perceive the situation.
Oh, okay.
So altogether, that's an 8. So, unfortunately, because of this human guy who's walking in front of you, you can't really see what's going on too well. And
Stupid
before...
Stupid human.
She called Polly a stupid human. So, before... What?
Yeah.
Oh, there's Polly. So before you have time to react, the stupid human in front of you is flown backwards into you, and you will take...
Wait, I don't even have time to react with dexterity?
Nope, because you couldn't see what was happening in front of him.
But what about
luckily-
my acrobatics?
Your perception screwed it.
Yeah. Because you didn't have time to see what was, or you didn't see what was going on, so you didn't have time to react.
Should have went first, cat.
But unlike the stupid human in front of you, you only take 1 point of damage. And you guys are both thrown into another market stall across the way. And that is where we will leave the two of you and move on to, I don't know, attack, rake, and roll a d20.
What was D20?
Roll a
And then
d20.
space Nazi.
Ollie, I was going to run over to you and check if you're okay, but while doing
Oh,
that, steal
sure.
I
gold
have a
off you.
19.
You say that now.
No, I was going to check if
So
you're
I have a
okay
19,
and steal
by the way.
gold from you.
It's probably
yeah,
going to be you unless rake and rolls a 20.
Wait, what am I?
Roll a
You should
d20.
roll a
Well,
D20.
I'm determining which one of you goes first.
The D20 dice. And then drop it somewhere and press multiple times R.
Just so you know, cat, if you steal my gold, I will roll a D20 or a D100. And I will tie all of my ropes and ground.
Alright,
Yeah,
Reagan
Reagan
has a 13, so I'm going
Yep.
first.
So Tech goes next. So
You're
Tech.
right.
Hard to read.
Yeah, those dice are really hard to read, aren't they?
I might change them next.
You just
or-
mouse over it and it lets you read it. You don't have to look at it.
Yeah,
Oh,
just place your mouse over it.
so how do I actually move this bag? Because it's annoying me.
Only
How?
you can.
How?
Which bag?
Oh. The one
The
I'm just
D12
one I'm about
bag.
to eat.
I
Oh, then went
deleted
into
it.
another.
Alright, so, Mr. Tech. So, you, my friend, are Franz Kex from Scarthia. Now, the unfortunate part for you, Tech, is your kingdom of Scarthia, well, not your kingdom, but the kingdom in which you come from, once ruled over the lands of Adventoria.
Yay.
However, it has been a very nice, peaceful between your two countries for the last 100 years, even though albeit shaky. Now, you come from, for our audience, you come from the lands of Scarthia, which are known as the Dreadlords of Scarthia, which many years ago, we're talking centuries, thousands of years, Scarthia was once a normal human kingdom, but due to a civil war of sorts, converted to being controlled by essentially necromancers, and completely changed the dynamic of how the country runs. So the number one big thing for the people of Scarthia is that they have a fondness for necromancy. However, it's not necessarily considered an evil thing for them, because it is considered an honor to die and be risen as a zombie. Whether it be a mindless zombie or a zombie that retains his intelligence, it doesn't matter. It is considered a great honor because zombies are used for workforce, security, the army, basically anything and everything that they can use them for. So for one to be risen from the dead and used to protect the city that you lived in, or to protect your lord's castle or anything like that, is considered a really great honor. Now, for you, Tech, you are a wizard. Am I right?
Yes.
So, magic in Scarthia is something that is taught through the family. So, your knowledge of magic was passed down to you from your parents at some point, or someone else in your family, if not your parents. Now, being that you are from Scarthia, you have made a very long journey through Adventoria to get to Stonehall. What has brought you to Stonehall?
I want to search for a good friend named Bob.
You're looking for your good friend named Bob. Okay. So-
Surname is the builder.
Hey, I wrote a
Yeah,
character background in like 5 minutes. I said it already to Beard.
Which I need to read.
Bitch.
Well, I've been trying to run the table tag. God, forgive me. So,
You're doing a fantastic job.
Well, thank you, Polly.
You
It means
only
so
had one
much to me.
job.
Fantastic job, despite my inability to pay attention.
So, you have come looking for your friend Bob. Now, you were given some information check that a man by the name of Kason Fairweather would be able to help you track him down. Now, you were given slightly better instructions than anybody else has been given so far, though you don't technically know that as your character. You are actually directed to go to a specific house within Stonehall. However, so you've been moving through, so you come in from the north side, so you're coming to the northern gate. The architecture there, which I failed to describe to Kat, I apologize, is very Greek, ancient Greece, tans, marbles, and coloration, and just stacking higher and higher and building upwards and outwards. So as you move through the city streets, and you realize that the directions are taking you directly into the mountain. Moving into the mountain, again, as I described to Polly, is this bizarre circular architecture of dwarven make with roads that just don't make sense. In following your instructions, you find yourself at a dead end. However, the instructions state that there should be a door in front of you. What do you want to do?
So wait, I'm in an old dwarf construction where should be a door, but there's no door.
Correct.
I try to blow the door up.
Right in, okay.
Of all the answers he could give.
So you want to throw a fireball?
Yes.
I believe that is the wrong answer, but I love it.
I stick to my character background, so shut up.
Necromancer, not arsonist.
Oh, this is going to take a weird turn. So I want you to roll a d20.
Franz got
Two.
angry. He attacked.
To throw a fireball at a wall.
8.
Okay, so you're going to add your spell attack bonus from your character sheet, which is right where I'm circling it with my hand.
13.
Anything there.
It's a number 5, so it'd be 13.
Oh. Yeah, okay. Yeah. 13, okay.
So you expend one of your spell slots to wait, are you using, what spell are you wanting to use?
Wait one, I need to look at my spell.
Generic fireball number 1.
Do you want to use Firebolt, or do you want to use one of your actual spells?
I'm using Firebolt.
Okay, so you don't use a spell slot for that, you're just using one of your cantrips. So you fire this Firebolt at the wall, and you power it up, and you have this nice chunky fireball in your hand, and you lob it outwards, and it's almost I just want to describe this in slow motion, but even though it's not happening in slow motion, you're watching the firebolt grow ever closer to this wall, even though you're right in front of it, and as it gets to the wall, it disappears.
Who would have expected that? Okay. Do I need to say what I want to do now?
Yeah, what do you want to do?
I
You
would
threw a
search for
firebolt and it
some-
disappeared.
I would search for some intel on the dwarfish things because I can understand and read the language of dwarfish.
So you want to see if there's any dwarven writing anywhere?
Yes.
Roll a d20 and add your investigation skill, because you are investigating.
I investigate.
It will be on the left-hand side under your...
Intelligence?
Yes,
3.
under your intelligence skills.
I think I know the solution to this. Excited to see if it comes that way.
16 plus 3, 19.
you're looking really, really hard at everything, and specifically, you said you wanted to look for dwarven writing, and there's just nothing in terms of writing anywhere, dwarvish or anything else. However, taking a closer look at the wall, though, seeing as you're scouring the walls, basically, where you threw the firebolt, the wall looks the same, but different somehow.
I investigate that.
Okay, roll me another d20 and add that.
What? 2023.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I never have that luck when I pay on money.
Right. So, looking further at this, there's something about it, you can tell the wall isn't real, but it's not like it's some kind of illusion of some sort that makes it look like there's a wall there when there really isn't a wall there at all.
I tried
What would
to
you
walk
like?
through.
You begin to step through and you run into a door.
And I open the door. Carefully. I open the door carefully.
You open the door carefully. Uh-oh.
Like really slow, like just a little bit looking through and so on.
Okay. So, you open the door very, very slowly. Are we talking like Scooby-Doo creeper slow, or...
Yeah, like that. You know, like
like you just... You hear it creaking, and it's just loud and annoying, and if anyone was on the other side of the door, they would say something like, just open the goddamn door already!
yes, exactly.
Well, you hear that come from inside the room.
Alright, so I kick open the door. Like, really fast.
And inside the room is a rather strange looking creature. He's, or it, I guess, because you don't really know if it's a man or a woman, is really only about 2 feet tall, and they're standing on a table that is full of stuff, and they're like jumping around this table, and the way that they're jumping around this table, you can tell that they're jumping on a piece of paper, and it's like they're writing on the paper, but in order to write, they have to jump around and make the different shapes of the letters using their feet, because he's jumping in between the paper and a pot of ink, or like a pool of ink.
So wait,
and he's
that
doing
means
this.
the thing is really not, it's not tall, or what?
Yeah, it's just this short thing, and it's writing on a piece of paper by jumping into ink and
like
then
a
jumping.
meter or something, or what?
Yeah.
Um.
And it stops and looks at you and says, "What do you want?"
I'm saying I was giving not introduction. I was giving order to get here. Now I'm here, and now I'm wondering what they are doing.
Well, I'm writing a letter. What does it look like I'm doing?
Now I want to know to who he writes the letter and what he writes on there.
That's for me to know and for you to, I don't know, mind your own business.
Then I would say to him that he's really stupid if he doesn't simply take the fucking letter, the fucking piece of paper from the table and write it on the floor when he has to jump all the time.
Who are you looking for?
My friend named Bob.
Bob? I don't know any Bobs. Who sent you here to
builder?
What?
There's a American and English cartoon called Bob the Builder.
Yeah, I know that, but I don't know why Reckon always have to interrupt me.
It's funny.
Sorry.
So, no, like, who are you? Like, okay, I don't know any Bobs, but like, like who were you sent here to come find at this location?
Who sent me again? That's a. I forgot about it. Who gave me the introduction to get there?
You were sent there to find Kason Fairweather.
Yeah, and who sent it me?
Just some magical contacts who know who Bob is.
Okay, then that's the answer.
Sounds sketchy.
Okay, I'm getting sick of the shit. I'm walking up to the table and look what he's writing there.
He jumps up, and flattens himself out and like belly flops onto the table in an attempt to hide when he's writing. But he doesn't do a very good job of it, and it appears that he's writing a love letter.
So I laugh at him and ask which creature wants such an ugly thing like him.
Ow.
Wow.
Oh, I know the dick in the group is.
He looks at you for a moment, and you can see that he's beginning to well up, tears in his eyes, and he's getting very, very sad, and he says, "You're just mean. Go find Bjorn." Snaps his finger, and you're outside.
Thinking of throwing a fireball at him.
Well, you're now outside,
Oh.
back in the alleyway.
Right, so I go the... What did he say? Who should I find? Bjorn.
Yeah, go find Bjorn.
Okay, so I go back the way I was coming, if there is no other way.
Yeah, I want you to roll perception for me real quick.
Perception with which dice?
D20.
That perception is perception, or like P-R-E-R. That's
Yeah, it's under your wisdom skill.
16.
Okay. When you were snapped back outside by this strange little creature that you called ugly and hurt his feelings and made him cry, you were obviously teleported outside, but you now have a note in your hand which tells you to find Bjorn, go to the Southern Fjordline district, and find the market. So I'm assuming that's what you want to do.
So yeah, I'm going to try to find the range district and the market.
Okay. So you head out south to the southern part of the city, which is the Fjordline district, and obviously coming through the city now, you this is the third type of architecture that you've seen in this place. So you have the Adventorian architecture on the north side, you have the Dwarven architecture inside the mountain, and now you have this Viking Fjordline architecture on the south. So just as those before you, you go down street by street, and you're looking down each street trying to find this market. Eventually, you find it. Now, since you rolled a 19, I'm going to go ahead and say that you technically have gotten there before Polly and Kat. They just didn't notice you, is what I'm going to say. Even though it's kind of goofy, their perception was high enough. Well, Polly's perception was high enough, but...
I'm big brain.
Yeah. So, Polly wasn't paying attention to you, he was paying attention to the commotion that was going on.
And I'm just smooth brain.
Yeah.
So wait, is it like Polly is on the right side of the road and I'm on the left side, or is it like...
Well, you have gotten there before him, is what it is. So he hasn't shown up yet. So you're going down the street, and you can see this large cat man at this merchant, and there's this big commotion there. What is your passive perception?
My what?
Your passive perception. It is the bottom left.
Passive wisdom perception 12.
Okay. So you can't really tell exactly what's going on with this commotion, but you can tell that there's just this big commotion going on at this merchant spot where this cat man is. As you get closer, so as you get closer, you can tell that the cat man is being calm in this situation. And before you realize that you're almost completely on top of the situation, and as you get there to kind of see what's going on, and you're standing fairly close, you realize that there is some kind of creature that two guys behind the merchant are trying to contain in a really badly made cage of some kind. What do you want to do?
So wait, what's going on there? Commercial?
Yeah, so
What did you say?
this
What's
merchant
that?
is yelling at this cat guy, and there's these two or three
Merchant,
guys.
no.
Yeah, there's these two or three guys that are trying to keep this some kind of creature in a cage, and they're doing a really bad job of it. And it looks like this creature is going to bust out at any moment now.
I get my ass into cover.
Okay, as you find you're running around ducking, trying to find somewhere to hide. I want you to roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier to it.
It
Better
shit
roll
wasn't like I
one.
wanted. In there. And my what?
Dexterity modifier is the
That's a 0.
it's a 0. Okay.
Oh, it's a 14 then.
14. Okay. So, ooh, okay. Actually, I have to roll for that one. Reckon I'm borrowing your tower.
That's fine. And you miss, and you put it into the bag.
Oh, son of a biscuit.
You went into the purple one.
Wait, what? Who came into the purple?
I missed my dice and it fell off the
It
tower
was
and
a 3,
into
you
the.
bitches, I saw that.
What?
No one took it. It was a 3.
I'm gonna re-roll it because of all the hands in the way.
Alright, move hands away.
It was a 15.
No, it
7.
was a
7.
3 before. And then somebody touched it and it was a 15 after that.
Well, now it's a 7, and just as the cage explodes, you're able to duck into cover and stay out of a gigantic explosion as you hear the growls of a very pissed off creature of some kind burst out of its cage.
I hope it eats you.
And with that, we will leave you, Polly, who has been thrown into Cat, who has then, the two have been thrown into a merchant stall. We will
Hey,
leave
wait
you
a minute.
guys
Wait just a
there.
daggone minute. We did nothing but walk up there and we got hurt. He went and bullied someone and he's fine?
You see,
The world works
that's-
with
Wait a
decisions.
you see, Polly, that's why I always bully people.
I
had
even tried to buy a
retort
man.
on somebody. I had a reason. Cat tried to buy someone a drink. He went out of his way to bully and try to burn someone's house down.
No, I was thinking of burning him, not
Son
his
of a
house.
bitch.
Well, alright, fine. Here's this little added touch.
Hey, no. Now it's over, bitch. Now it's over.
Alright, we'll leave it there, and Tech will have to be worried about where he ended up, even though he's in cover. He may have avoided the blast, but he might not have avoided the creature.
I mean, I have fireballs.
Or he landed in manure.
Like, I've got to deal with Cat. He can deal with that.
That leads us to our final person for this session,
So a final
Riken.
victim.
So Riken, you are an interesting fellow, and for whatever reason your name is gone again, but you're Walter, right?
Yes.
So just as Tech, you are from Scarthia. How are you just now coming to Stornhall, or have you been here for a while?
I have been here for some time.
Okay.
Yeah. I've come here looking, or on the trail of looking for a number of individuals. And I've also come to find work while I do this.
Okay. So you are out and about one day. Oh, I actually have my own rolling dice tower on my table. Oops, that's completely
I chucked it
put
over
that over
there so
there.
you wouldn't screw up the other one.
Yeah, and I colored yours. So you have it in your color.
I'm stealing
Huh.
this gold for compensation. Me and Tech are fighting over the one piece.
The 2 gold that Cat used to buy drinks, bastards.
Cat's the only person here who's going to willingly spend money. It looks like.
Oh hell
Probably.
yeah! I'm gonna buy some junk. Eventually, I want to buy a pirate ship.
We're going to steal a barge. Talk about five.
That's
Yeah. She's gonna have you guys bankroll it because you guys are just gonna have these gigantic gold towers sitting at your
I
station.
mean, I don't got a bankroll when I steal.
That's fair. Anyway, back to Dragon. So, you were out and about one day. Are you wanting to look for work, or are you wanting to continue on the trail?
I have. Yes, I'm looking for work because I've just finished working with one guy, and I'm now looking for the next one to work for, or partner with for the time being.
Okay. Are you wanting to look in taverns? Are you wanting to look for like a job board, or how are you wanting to go look for work?
A job board would probably be the first place to look. Makes sense.
Okay.
So you got,
So
a DnD job site.
I will have to
Yeah.
consider that. Yeah, it's called wikibord.stonehall. Or it's Craigslist, and it's just a guy named Craig who has a list, and he sits in front of a building all day, and that's just what he does. No, those are terrible jokes, but funny at the same time. Anyway,
Funny because that's people.
do you want to roam around to find the job board, or do you want to ask somebody about it?
Well, I mean, I've been here for some time, so would I
should
not
know
have
where it is.
noticed
No,
one?
that's fair. Yeah, so you do know that there is a job board outside the outside what is essentially like the government building inside the mountain. So I'm assuming then that you just head there, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So you head over there, and you're coming up on it, and you can tell that the board's kind of sparse. You're getting there. Go ahead and roll a d20 and add your perception roll when looking at these notes that are posted to the board.
Oh, no. Oh. And to add my what, sorry?
Your perception.
What, perception. Performance. Perception 1. So that's 13.
Okay. So you're looking at the board, and there's like a seamstress wanted. There's another one like looking for lost cat. Another one. It's terrible.
Sorry, I can't help it.
I've set myself up for that one. But no, I mean you know there's just these like random like housework jobs. It's like the most bizarre thing to see, because normally you come over and there's been like work on these, but like for whatever reason today, like these jobs that are listed on the board just seem kind of odd. But then there's this very peculiar one under all of them.
Hmm.
What do you want to do?
Well, what does this peculiar job advertisement say?
Oh no, Little Beard wants my headset. Oh no, this could be terrible.
You should get yourself a disconnected headset.
I should. Alright, everybody say hi to Little Beard.
Hi, Robert.
Hi, little beard.
Hey, little bird.
There.
Hey, Johnny Crash, how are you?
The button.
You have Daddy's headset on?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
How this with the other cards. That's the cards. Okay. With the eyes is one card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can Daddy have my headset back so I can finish doing this?
Says no.
Why can't I have it back?
No.
No.
No, it's not.
It's mine.
Not
No, it's not yours. It's Daddy's.
Mine. My.
Daddy's gonna take it back. Okay.
This is for back. That's mine.
No, Daddy's gonna take it back so I can hear what people are saying.
It's mine.
Sorry, hang on. I gotta deal with him real quick.
Yeah.
He knows how to shoot droids yet.
Not yet.
We
We're
need
working
more-
on it, but
We need more child soldiers.
I found this on the floor.
what did you find? You found pizza on the floor? Oh no. Okay. So you grab this peculiar looking letter, and it has a weird set of directions on it that lead you into the Fjordline district. What do you want to do? It has no real description on what it's asking you to do. It's just a set of instructions.
I disregard it, and I start looking to see if I can find or follow the lead that I have to find these particular individuals I'm looking for.
So you're going along and you're following up on this lead, and it's a set of directions that takes you to. Sorry, 3-year-old. So yeah, that's Daddy's bottle drink, okay? So it leads you down, and as you come down this one street, this particular odd-looking wizard guy comes beelining around past you, and you come around this corner, and the instructions tell you to go to this dead end, and it says that there's a door there, and there's no door. What do you want to do?
Wow. I have a bit of a look around, just seeing if there's anything that might be a door. Just knocking on the wall, seeing if it is actually a wall.
So are you wanting to percept, or are you wanting to investigate?
Give me a second. I will use perception.
So roll a d20 and add your perception to it.
D20. Come here. Nine.
Something is odd about this alleyway, but you can't quite put your finger on it.
Also getting a little bit frustrated. It's been a long time since I've had any solid leads on this, so I know I kind of just kick out a section of the wall randomly, just out of frustration.
And as you go to kick, you finally suddenly find yourself in a room. And there's this.
He can kick in the door, but I can't blast it up with a fireball.
No, he didn't complete the kick. He just started to kick, and then he finds himself in a room. And in this room is a little creature thing that is crying.
Oh my god. I feel so bad for that guy.
It's talking nonsensically. It's just it's just why are humans just
I got wizard.
Yeah, like that.
You should have called your son for that talk nonsense.
um,
Is that a dragon, Cash?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
um,
So yeah, what do? You just have this little tiny creature thing that is just it's standing on this table, covered in ink, mind you, crying.
A little bit confused, yeah, as anyone would be. When you randomly just move from one place to another without actually doing it yourself. But I kind of look at this creature and be like, "The hell are you?" Or no, "The hell happened to you?"
Really mean human person. Who are you and what do you want?
Well, I've been looking for somebody, and I've been told that I can find more information here. Can you help me, or am I wasting my time?
Well, currently, the one who probably would have the information for you isn't here, but his colleague is out on an errand in the Fjordline district. If you go see him, he'll know where to find who you're looking for.
Okay, thanks. And I turn around and look for a door because I obviously didn't walk in through a door.
As you begin to turn around, you suddenly find yourself outside.
Slight moments of confusion. Do a quick look around to get my bearings, and I head back out the alley.
Okay. So you head down into the Fjordline district?
Yes, I do. Seeing as I can't find any work, and that's the only piece of information I have to go on. Yeah.
Okay. I want you to roll a perception check for me.
Oh, that's another D20, isn't it?
And then add your perception from your wisdom.
Hang on. Let me just. 19.
That peculiar set of instructions that you found on the board earlier is back in your hands. And at the bottom, there's a little note inscribed, which appears to be drawn or typed in someone's footprints. States, this is where you'll find him.
How strange. And then I dismiss the coincidence and carry on.
So you follow the instructions. So you're heading out into the Fjordline district. And why are there M&Ms on the floor over here? What have you guys been doing?
Eating.
No.
Very well, apparently.
Yeah, right.
Those have been over there for a while.
I've just now looked over at that side of the table. So you head over there to look for this fjord line. Because the paper does say to look for Bjorn, and describes him as a fjord line, to go find him in that district. So you're heading out, and just like those before you, you're moving around, looking down street from street. Before you finally come to a street where you can tell there's a pop-up market down the way. In front of you, though, you do see appears to be two humans who have made it further down the street, which is a little peculiar, but not overly peculiar because you're in Adventoria. But two humans in the Fjordline district isn't a common sight. Followed by a wild elf who appears to be dressed like a pirate. You can tell that coming from down the street is a rather large commotion. And the closer you get, the more this commotion gets. Do you want to actively look at this situation, or do you want me to go off of your passive perception?
I mean, do I notice that where I am going is towards where this commotion is?
Yes. Because I will say passively though, you spot the fjord line, so you spot who you assume is Bjorn, standing close to, if not at, where this commotion is coming from.
Yeah, I mean, I do kind of, because it appears to be where I'm going, so I'm sort of looking to see what might be going on, to see whether or not it will affect me, or if it's something I can just ignore.
Roll an insight check.
Insight. That's with, is that with 20?
Yes.
Insight. 21.
Yeah, I mean, it would be worth trying to pay attention to what this commotion is, because it's getting louder and more aggressive the closer you get, and you're just about there.
Okay, so I'm seeing if, if this is going to be anything I have to deal with or interact with.
Yep, so roll a d20 and add your perception.
Perception, which is 1, I believe. 8.
So altogether an 8, or altogether?
Altogether 8.
Okay. So you're trying to take a look at the situation, and even though you are an incredibly tall wolfman creature of some kind, you can't quite get a good look because the human and the wild elf have kind of like maneuvered in such a way that they are blocking your perception, and before you know it, they are flung backwards, and a piece of shrapnel is flying towards your face. Roll me a d20 and add your dexterity modifier to it.
Dexterity. Oh, this is going to be fun. I don't have any dexterity modifier. Let's see. Please be good. Oh, shit.
How come Tech
1.
gets to avoid it?
1.
You got like a straight 1, a critical 1.
Straight 1.
Straight 1. Oh my god, our first critical failure. Oh no. So you not only are hit by a piece of debris, you are impaled in the shoulder. And that is where we will leave you. Let me step away for one real quick second, and then we will wrap up today's session and go from there.
I'm
Wait,
taking
that's it?
solace in the fact that I have the most health still. Not including Ichigo, because Ichigo's not here.
Shall I add to my inventory +1 shrapnel to shoulder?
I feel like that wouldn't go under him.
Or is it get added to my armor?
By the way, can
No,
you guys
I
see
don't
my...
think that's a plus.
By the way, can you guys see my PC annotations?
Bob
What
is my
is that?
zombie friend. Which...
Hey, stop it, bitch. Okay, I'm going to
There's
sleep
nothing on mine. There's a letter W. Who wrote on mine? You can play that game, Tech. You knocked over Ichigo's stack again.
Yeah, Polly, we make 50-50.
I think Beard would notice that one.
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh. How come everybody got hurt but Tech?
Because I'm the smartest one and didn't follow the road like a chicken. And I was the first guy over there, so...
Yeah, but like this, maybe, but at the same time, like obviously you know what's going to happen, but your character doesn't. So
Yeah, and I didn't act it like I was going to know what happens. I was just the first guy who was there.
I was like, if you're the first one there, how come you're not the one who got hit? Why didn't you take the shrapnel instead of me?
Because
Or
I
me.
was there before the shrapnels were coming from. And I saw that there's strange shit going on, so I decided to not walk in there.
I saw there was strange shit going on too, but I still got hit.
There is a very important message if you all check your calculators.
Well, I've seen it and I agree with it completely.
Thank you.
What?
yes, we can all. I think that's something we can all agree on.
What?
Look at the calculator.
I second.
Movies.
You
that.
don't see it? It took him a good second. I want everyone to just note that my character might not have a background written, but it does have a.
It has a what? Sorry.
Look on my tablet. It's got a.
Bitch, give my...
How did you get your tablet working?
It just worked.
Riken, you can either, in the upper left corner, you can either pop out to screen and then you can
What?
type on it, or you press Control, left click on it, and then...
Who put this?
Wait.
Oh fuck! Who
You
put
need
the
to you
pizza-
need to disable the lock. If you disable the lock, you can write in it too.
The pizza.
I come back and you guys have destroyed the table.
Oh, we haven't.
It's okay. I have important information on your calculator.
There's important information on my calculator. Is it movies? So,
I think I wasted so much time on me and Beard replying with this writing boob on the calculator.
yeah, he did. All right, so we've all made it to the same point, except for Ichigo, who unfortunately Ichigo did not make it this evening. I don't know why.
This is gay.
Probably. So either I will have a one-on-one session with Ichigo, or if he can make it to our next session 2 weeks from now, then we will do his, and then we will continue from there. So we'll kind of see how that goes.
Wait, so we quit now? Somehow gay.
What? He did?
I said we quit now. That's somehow gay.
Yeah, I mean we're coming up on the 2 hour mark, and I don't want to push it past 2 hours.
I just want to point out when 50 main operation.
But you know, I also have to balance 3 kids, life, yeah, life in general. So, and since Ichigo's not here and I didn't have the encounter set up, I don't want to throw you guys through an encounter and completely have him miss out on everything. Possibly. Will you stop hitting the no button?
It's not me.
Yeah. So I know it seems kind of quick, but that is where we will wrap this session. Will you
Jack's
stop
gonna get
with-
shot.
I am good.
It's not
Yeet
me,
up.
right? It is always coming fast over there, clicking it and going away.
I'm over here. Look, it's not me.
Mm,
That's
Like the
Polly.
blue hand.
Tech, you were the only hand over here.
That's Polly. Look,
No.
Polly.
It's
No,
both.
this is what I'm doing.
You see, it's Polly.
I hit it. I got
See,
rid
was
of it.
Polly. It was not me.
All
That
right,
wasn't
flip
me.
it.
That was your hand, you shit.
I didn't click that, you bitch. I just had my hand up there.
So, as I explained to everybody before, on the character tracking doc that we made, if you would like to, you can post like a journal entry on what your character is thinking, on what your character is doing, or kind of thinking about, or what they think of the situation so far that they have put themselves into. The next session, we will start off with the encounter that you guys have put yourselves into, or like I said, if Ichigo is able to join us, we will probably start with his entry before we do the encounter. But we will start there in a combat situation. So,
Question:
yes, Tech.
Is the playfield saved?
Yeah, I can. I have this already saved, and I can save it again if I need to. But I
Is
remember
it like we have it now, or
I can save it this way. If we want to leave it the way it is, I can save it exactly like this, or I can load a previous save.
I don't really want to save it with this soda can on my sheet.
with the what?
I
Which is
can't even move it.
So I will
My advanced knowledge.
what I will probably do is I will because I gotta build the encounter on the table anyway. So I will
You
probably
can't.
come in here and load the original save and put so sorry, children. Yeah, I will come in here. I will probably load the original save and just update those of you who unfortunately got hit. Sadly, I will
Because
update your
unfortunately, but he's the DM.
right. My job is to kill. I mean, keep you guys happy. So yeah, I will just update your sheets and then build the encounter so it's ready for next time. So, any
I wrote
other
my
questions?
first day journal.
I guess it's to kill bear.
No, Bear's not here anymore.
That doesn't mean you still don't want to kill him.
I can't kill someone that's not here.
That's fair. That's very fair.
If you remember correctly, my backstory does include someone fucking me over named the Bear. So you can go after the bear in this universe.
We could. I can make that a plot hook.
So are we done with the table?
Polly wants to flip it.
Oh, it wants to flip it. Okay. So, yeah, there it is.
Wow.
Jesus.
Oh, okay. So it's got to.
What the hell?
Yeah, that always acts like that. I remember, especially when you have mod stuff on.
Oh, even the. Oh,
What is
We-
happening?
the room has changed.
Yeah,
Yeah, that always happens if there is too much stuff on it.
Oh, this wall's okay.
This wall's okay.
This one's still okay. The rest,
My game is still trying to process the flip.
Oh,
Disconnect timeout.